All right. Welcome everybody watching here on the SJCC softball. Stay Sciplin here we had a introductory first pitch. It pitched the new VP of Academic Affairs here at San Jose City, a Dr. Jamil Carter. But we do have a great high-powered matchup. It's up here at LadyJag's field today between the Jaguars and the San Mateo Bulldogs. Jags come into the game at with a 15-2 record. You're 11-2 at home, winning each of their last 7 games. And CSM comes in at 21-1.
Temperature
3-0. Sorry, 3-0 in conference play. And winning each of their last 21 games, with their only loss being the first game of the season down south at Mount Sac. And they have not taken any look back since. But starting pitcher today for the Jags is Angie Chavarria, making her 11th appearance, her 7th start, comes in with a 5-0 record and a 1.35 ERA.
The shortstop, Emma Kinder.
And starting it off for the Bulldogs is Emma Kinder, who is hitting at 414, 9 RBIs, and 3 extra base hits.
All right, set to get underway. First pitch is just off the outside, ball 1, and away we go. First pitch, 3:04 p.m. So Emma Kinder, the shortstop, starts it off. 1 ball, no strikes from Angie Chavarria. And here's a called strike on the inside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Kinder, the leadoff hitter and the shortstop for this Bulldogs team, coming in at 414 on the season. 12 steals to match that of Shaman Davis for the Jaguars. The 1-1 is in the dirt, and it's 2 balls, 1 strike. Jaguar defense looks like this. Shaman Davis is in left, Aleki Ulu is in center, and Ashley Skipper is in right. Malia Venegas at short, Carissa Smith at, check that, Malia Venegas at third, Carissa Smith is at short. The 2-1 is a check swing. Did she go? Yes, she did. It's 2-2. Jaden Vi is at second, and Ma'ai Ulu is at first, with Deja Jimenez doing the catching for Angie Chavarria. We had mentioned in the pregame intros that Avery Mitnick was going to be the pitcher, but they made that switch right before the game. Here's one on the ground towards short. Carissa Smith's got it. Goes to first in time. 1 shortstop grounds out to the other. 1 gone.
And with that, Ari Williams will come up, hitting at 462 on the season, leads the team with 2 RBIs and 2 home runs and 25 RBIs.
I'm just gonna get rid of that.
First pitch is a swing and a miss, strike 1 on Ariana Williams. Williams batting from the left side and is waiting on the pitch from Chavarria, and it's on the ground. Ulu backhands it in fair territory and steps on the bag. 3 unassisted, out number 2.
And following that, Vanessa Lang will come up to hit in a 4-18, 19 RBIs, and leads the team with 22 steals. And on both sides of this matchup, you're going to hear a lot of 400s.
First pitch is a curveball, high and outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Solid size crowd today for a Tuesday afternoon. History could be made here today. Looking forward to it. 1 ball, no strikes on Vanessa Lang. Here's a swing and a pop-up into shallow right. Ashley Skipper comes in, dives, and she makes the catch. Ashley Skipper takes a hit from Vanessa Lang to end the first inning. Nice play. Jags defense shines in the top half of the first. We go to the bottom half. No score here in San Jose.
Bottom of the first here in San Jose. It'll be Deja Jimenez starting it off. And on the season, hitting at 453. And among the leaders on the team with 15 RBIs.
So Deja stands in. And Siona Halwani goes to work for the Bulldogs. And the first pitch is a little bit low. 1 ball, no strikes. We'll give you the Jaguars' full lineup and the defensive alignment for San Mateo in just a moment. Here's the 1-0. Is a line drive, and that's going to fall. Base hit in front of the left fielder, Williams, who plays it in quickly. Deja Jimenez has the first hit of the ball game.
So with that, we'll get Malia Venegas up, who sitting at 379, 13 RBIs on the season, and completely forgot to read off what Halwani is doing this year. See if we get the chance to do that.
Malia puts a perfect bunt down. That's going to be a hit. It was because Lang had to vacate the second base area to cover the bag at first, and that bunt went right where Lang vacated.
Batting third, the pitcher, Angie Chavarria.
Oh, and perfect is the perfect word for that. Here for that, but real quick, while we do have this time, Siona Halwani starting for the Bulldogs. 16th appearance, 10th start, comes up with a 9-0 record and a .65 ERA. They have 3 pitchers, only one is above an ERA of 1.
And that'll segue us into the defensive alignment for the Bulldogs. In left field is Williams, who made that play on the ball. Ariana Williams is the left fielder. In center field is Tasia Warren, and the right fielder, his first pitch to Angie Chavarria is a called strike. The right fielder is Michelle Hara. No balls, 1 strike on Angie Chavarria.
Who leads the team hitting, and is actually the only one on the team hitting over 500. And was
on the ground, up the middle, could be a pair. Lang tags the runner, throw to first is in time. Nice job by Vanessa Lang at second base, making the most efficient work of those 2 outs. The runner at third, 2 down, and it's going to be Ma'ai Ulu.
Batting fourth, the first baseman, Ma'ai Ulu.
So Ulu stands in, batting from the right side with a split grip approach. And the first pitch is a curveball off the outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Deja Jimenez singled, Malia Venegas a bunt single, Angie Chavarria hit a sharp grounder up the middle, and Vanessa Lang backhanded it and turned it into a 4-3 double play. 2 outs, runner at third, Ulu ahead in the count, 1-0. The pitch is in there for a called strike, very good pitch. the baseball equivalent of that pitch would be like a cutter or something. It has a little bit of cut away from Ulu, but it still has good velocity. 1 ball, 1 strike with Alecki on deck. Here it comes. Swung on and missed. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. The infield for San Mateo, Count is at third, Emma Kinder is at short, Lang at second, and Guma Tau is at first base. 1-2 pitch. That's outside, and count goes to 2-2. The catcher is Megan Barstad, and she's catching for Siona Hawani. Some breeze blowing to that left field corner. 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. A change-up had Ulu out in front, and the Jags go down quietly after a couple of singles to lead off the inning. A nice double play turn by Vanessa Lang. We go to the second inning. No score here in San Jose. Leading off the top of the second for the Bulldogs, the catcher, Megan Barstad. Megan Barstad will start off the top of the second inning. And Angie Chavarria goes back to work for San Jose. 1, 2, 3, top of the first, and away we go with the top of the second. First pitch is a line drive foul on the third base line, and it'll be grabbed by Shaman Davis. It's 0-1. Barstad, Mendoza, and Luda Gumatau due up here in the second. It's the 4, 5, and 6 hitters for the Bulldogs. Storied rivalry between these two teams over the years. Here's the 0-1. That one's up high. 1 ball, 1 strike. This storied rivalry has had an awful lot of one-run games, had some blowouts. That one's off the inside, and it got her, grazed her. So Bard will reach as she's hit by a pitch, and Coach Rooney's coming out. She's got some questions about that one. And no questions asked. So runner at first, 1 out, and it's Ava Mendoza.
Batting fifth, the designated player.
On the HBP. And now Mendoza. We'll see if she bunts. Corners are playing in. She squares around. She puts it down. It's fielded. Malia's going to go to first. Sliding into second is Barstad. So a successful sack bunt. 1 out, and it'll be Luda Gumatau.
Batting sixth, the first baseman, Luda Gumatau.
So Luda Gumatau stands in. Runner at second, 1 out. The pitch is a line drive, and a base hits her right in front of Ashley Skipper. She's going to throw it in. It's cut off by Ulu. Runners at the corners with one out. So a single, and that'll bring up Isabella Cowan.
Batting seventh, the third baseman, Isabella Cowan.
Runners at the corners with one out. See if they put on a first and third play. Runner does not go. On the ground to short. This could be two. Smith's going to go to first. Didn't have quite enough time to turn the double play. Very smart play by Carissa Smith, taking the sure out. So 2 outs, and that'll bring up the right fielder, Michelle Hara.
Batting eighth, the right fielder, Michelle Hara.
Well done by Carissa Smith to save a run. First pitch to Hara is a pitch above the letters. And it's 1 ball, no strikes. Hara has done some damage in this rivalry. In the game last season, had a couple of doubles. One of them drove in a couple runs. Here's the 1-0 pitch on the way. The line drive right center field. That's going to get down, base hit. 2 runs are going to score. And just like that, Hara strikes again, and the Bulldogs lead 2-0. Out of the 8th spot in the batting order, Michelle Hara comes through for San Mateo.
Batting ninth, the center fielder, Tasia Warren.
Two-run single for Michelle Hara. Now Tasia Warren with 2 outs and a runner at first. Here's a swing and a pop-up. This is going to go out of play off the first baseline. This rivalry has featured some incredible games, including a doubleheader in which the first baseman for San Mateo, Sarah Giles, hit 4 home runs in one day. The 0-1 pitch is off the outside. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1. Inside corner called a strike, and a little bit of a groan from the San Mateo side of the crowd. That was really, that's a pitcher strike for sure. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Top of the order on deck for the Bulldogs. Here's the 1-2. It's up and in, and it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Megan Barstad led off the inning, getting hit by a pitch. Ava Mendoza bunted her over. Luda Gumatautau lined a single into right field. Isabella Cowan hit a ground ball to Carissa Smith that got Gumatautau to second, and Hara singled them both home. That 2-2 pitch is in the dirt, and it's now a full count. So Hara's going to be on the move on this pitch. She's in a track stance already. Angie's not even on the mound yet. So the runner will go payoff pitch with 2 outs. Here it comes. And that hits her. 2 hit batters in the inning for Angie Chavarria. And now the top of the order, Emma Kinder. Deja's going to go out and have a word with Angie real quick. And Coach Rooney will come out and join them.
All right, we'll go to a quick break and we'll get to things on the other side.
shortstop, Emma Kinder.
All right, so back to the top. Kinder up.
First pitch to Emma Kinder is grounded foul towards Coach Borg in the coach's box over at third. Coach Nicole Borg has been at it for a long time, has won a championship with this team back in 2022. Did it on her birthday. 0-1 to Kinder's across the letters. It's 2-0.
You were the only person up here that would ever know that.
It was huge news on BAOSN. She won a championship on her birthday, and the players celebrated with her. It was pretty awesome. 2 balls, 1 strike as that pitch misses across the letters. Angie trying to work out of trouble and keep the damage limited to just 2 runs. She's ready with the 2-1. Here it comes. On the ground, right back up the middle, off the glove of Angie. And she couldn't quite make the play at second. It grazed off her glove. Smith grabbed it, but couldn't flip it to Jaden Vi in time to get Tasia Warren coming up the line. So the bases are loaded.
The left fielder, Ariana Williams.
Williams hit a ground ball to Ulu in the first. Here she swings and misses, and this one goes to the backstop.
Wait.
And now there's time called. Well, we got to figure this thing out. Is that a foul ball or? It looked like Williams just missed the ball, and that was a pass ball. But the umpire sent all the runners back, so I guess they called it a foul ball. I'll take it. Saves a run. 1-1 on Williams. Here's a line drive. Dive by Jaden Vi. Makes the play. Throws to first in time. And a nice play by Jaden Vi to retire the side and to keep the deficit at just 2 runs. It was a 2-run single by the right fielder, Michelle Hara. It gives the Bulldogs a 2-0 lead in this rivalry game here in San Jose.
Bottom of the second in San Jose. Got the 5, 6, and 7 with a lucky Ulu starting it off. And I'm glad she got a home run, but I'm not happy that I missed it.
First pitch is down low, called a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. The strike zone a little bit smaller than the one we saw over the weekend. Rick Petros, the home plate umpire. Joe Carter, the field umpire. There's some velocity poured in there for a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ulu, Vi, and Skipper due up in this inning. Here's the 1-1. It's the same pitch poured in there, and oh, wow, he called it a ball? I'm not entirely sure where that missed, but it's called a ball, 2-1. That looks very similar to the 1-0 pitch that was called a strike. 2-1. Hawani is ready. Here it comes. That one drops in there. That one's called a ball. It's 3-1. Oof. Okay. So she's in the driver's seat now, 3-1. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul back to the screen. Maybe a little bit late on that. So 3 balls and 2 strikes on Aleki Ulu. Three, 2. Here it is. On the ground to second, Lang. She bodies it, makes the play, and throws out Ulu at first for out number 1.
Batting 6. The second baseman, Jaden Vye.
So Vi stands in, batting from the right side. Hawani ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And it's maybe a little bit low. Called a ball 1-0. Very hitter-friendly strike zone. One 0 pitch is fouled back to the screen. It's 1-1. Justine Valdivia heading down to the bullpen. She's going to start tossing the ball around, getting loose. Here's the 1-1. In a foul ball off the right field line. This is going to be out of play. It was struck pretty well. I gave it a ride, but got to straighten that one out. Awful lot of velocity from Siona Hawani. The defenders are shading the right-handed hitters into the right center field gap and guarding the line. 1-2. That's outside. Good pitch, close pitch, but no cigar. 2-2. Some fans cheering at each other a little bit. That's what rivalry games are all about. 2-2. Here it comes. Swinging a foul out of play. Look alive, Arnold. So 2-2. We'll reset and do it again. Two-two pitch. Here it is. It is down and outside, and the count runs full on Jaden Vye. One out, bases empty. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here it comes. That's inside ball 4. It's a great plate appearance for Jaden Vye. Working the walk from Hawani.
Batting 7, the right fielder, Ashley Skipper.
First walk issued by Siona Hawani. Skipper takes a strike on a check swing, and it's 0-1.
Oh, there goes Dave again, throwing balls across the field with no warning.
Oh, man. Dude just rolled it out right past the catcher Barstad. Nobody even knew that was coming. Imagine if he does that while the ball's in play. Someone's over there talking to him. Skipper takes the ball down low, and it's 1-1.
Well, that someone is the legendary Robert Burton. West Valley men's basketball coach for a while. Assistant for the women's team over here.
Incredible some of the star power that we have come to these games. That pitch misses. It's 2 balls, 1 strike. Two and one. Skipper waiting on Hawani. Here it is. Swung on and popped into shallow center. Coming in is Warren. She will make a snow cone catch and ends up on the infield after her momentum carries her. So 2 outs, and it'll be Shaman Davis.
Batting 8, the left fielder, Shaman Davis.
Outfield swings over to the left side. And Shaman Davis batting from the left side will go to work. First pitch, she takes a called strike. One thing you'll notice from the camera view is that pitches that are called strikes on batters that run up to the front of the batter's box, they look like they're high, but they're crossing the plate in the strike zone. That one actually did run high, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Jaden Vi at first, she drew a walk, 2 outs. Shaman Davis, 1 ball, 1 strike. We mentioned earlier in the broadcast, Davis, 12 steals on the year among the league leaders, tied with Emma Kinder. There's a swing and a miss. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Davis is ready. Here's the 1-2. That's up high. And it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Jags trying to extend the inning for Carissa Smith, who's in the on-deck circle. Davis fouls one off the third base line. And we'll reset and do it again. Jags 2 hits so far to the Bulldogs 3. Bulldogs have the 2-0 lead. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled away again. So Davis in a battle now with Siona Hawani. Here's a 2-2. Check swing and a foul off that third base line. So the battle continues.
If Shaman can put one over on the right side, she might score.
That's true. 8th pitch coming up. Runner goes, a throw. She's out at second base. An incredible throw by Barstad and a good tag by Lang. And the side is retired, so the bat is effectively taken out of the hands of Shaman Davis. Out number 3 is recorded on the base pass. We go to the 3rd inning. It's a Bulldogs 2-0 lead here in San Jose.
well, all of our in-house audio cut out, but we'll figure that out as the day goes. Top of the third inning. It is the 3, 4, and 5 with Lang starting it off.
First pitch to Lang is a check swing grounder to Malia Venegas, and she kicked it into foul territory. And it would have been a nice play had she been able to scoop it up. She had some time to throw Lang out, but she couldn't squeeze it. So it'll be an E5, and that'll bring up Barstad. Megan Barstad was hit by a pitch to start the second inning. It was a pop-up out of play, and it's no balls, 1 strike. Barstad got hit by the pitch, and it started a 2-run rally that featured with 7 hitters. 0-1. Bunt. It's going to roll foul, and that's a quick 0-2 on Megan Barstad. Now, if she's truly trying to drop down a sacrifice bunt, that becomes a big strike. See if she tries to bunt with 2 strikes. This is the cleanup hitter for the Bulldogs. Oh and 2, here it comes. No go from the runner, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now Lang is getting a wide secondary lead off of first base. We know that Deja Jimenez has a strong arm, so if she happens to like how much daylight she has, Ulu being a lefty, that could be a much easier throw and pitch and catch. This pitch is taken off the inside, ball 3. The reason I say that is because as a lefty thrower, Ulu, her glove is naturally field side when trying to field a ball from the catcher, so it's closer to the runner than having to reach across her body to apply a tag. 2-2 pitch. Swung on and lifted to left. It's hit well. Davis back at the wall, looks up, and it's gone. Megan Barstad, a 2-run home run. And the Bulldogs have doubled their lead. It's 4-0. And to think just moments ago, she bunted, trying to sacrifice Lang to second base, trying to sacrifice herself to get a runner in scoring position. And there's your bunt sign. So with nobody out and the base is empty, it'll be Ava Mendoza. Time called.
Oh, they threw the ball back already?
They threw the ball back. Yeah, just toss that ball in the dugout. Give it to Barstad. Here's a first pitch, miss high. 1 ball, no strikes. One-0. On the ground to third, Venegas has it on the high hop and will throw in plenty of time to Ma'ai Ulu to get Ava Mendoza. That's the first out of the inning, and that'll bring up Luda Gumatautau. First pitch to Luda misses for a ball. Four to nothing, the Bulldogs lead. pitch. Swung on and a flip job into shallow center and a base hit over the reach of the second baseman, Vi. So Gumatau has her second hit, and she's aboard for Isabella Cowan. So ever since that first hit batter, she hit Megan Barstad, and it's just been kind of an onslaught ever since. And as a result of said onslaught, that's going to be it for Angie Chavarria. And Avery Mitnick's going to come in and take over for San Jose. That'll give us a second to take a pause while she does her warm-up pitches. It's 4-0 as we take the break here in the third inning. All right, back at it. It is the top of the third. New pitcher for the Jaguars is Avery Mitnick, and she'll try to stop the bleeding. Her first task is Isabella Cowan and the 7, 8, 9 hitters of this Bulldogs order. First pitch is in there for a called strike. Oh and 1, runner at first, and 1 out. This pitch is up above the letters, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Defense is playing pretty deep in the outfield. Here's the 1-1. Swung on and popped up foul. This is off the first base line, and this will go out of play. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. So Mitnick trying to get an out here on her first batter. One, two, here it comes. Swung on and lined foul off the first base line. Hits that screen, and it almost hits Michelle Hara in the on-deck circle. One and two, here it comes. Swung on and lifted to left. It's hit well. Davis back at the warning track. She'll circle around it and put it away for out number 2. So Cowan gave it a ride, but Siobhan Davis tracked it down. 2 outs, and that'll bring up Hara. Hara started the run scoring for the Bulldogs. It was a 2-run single back in the second inning. Here's a ground ball towards short. Carissa Smith got it. Will go the short way to Jaden Vi, covering the bag. Very well done by the middle innings, and that'll retire the side. So a 2-run home run off the bat of Megan Barstad doubles the Bulldogs' lead. It's 4-0. We go to the bottom of the third here in San Jose. Okay, so we got a little bit of confusion because Shaman Davis didn't get to bat her last plate appearance because the runner was caught stealing, but now it's Smith leading off this home half of the third. If they bat it out of order, it's going to bode poorly for them. I don't know what's happening. Swinging a foul back to the screen. So I don't know what's going on. Coach Rooney, they came down. They had some confusion on what was supposed to be happening. So there was a conversation with the home plate umpire at the beginning of the inning. Ooh. Hey, look, man, I'd have rung her up. That's a really close pitch to take with 2 strikes. Just missed off the outside corner, 1 ball, 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes. Here it comes. There's a foul ball off the right field line, and it's going to land harmlessly out of play. And it stays 1 ball, 2 strikes. So I thought it was supposed to be Davis, Smith, and Jimenez due up this inning. The last inning, for reference, Aleki Ulu hit a ground ball to second. Jaden Vi walked. Ashley Skipper hit a pop-up that was caught by the center fielder, Warren. And then Jaden Vi got caught trying to steal. And that's what ended the inning while Shaman Davis was batting. And then Smith is leading off this inning. So I don't have any notes for what happened with Shaman Davis's at bat. It'll be Smith, Jimenez, and Venegas. Unless somebody runs out of the dugout saying they batted out of order. On the ground towards short, it's picked up by Kinder, who throws out Carissa Smith. So 1 out, and it'll be Deja Jimenez. Yeah, we'll have to go down in between innings to figure out what happened with Shaman. So 1 out, and it's Deja Jimenez. Left fielder kind of guarding the line. First pitch on the ground towards short again. Kinder's got it on the throw to first in time. 2 outs. First pitch to Malia Venegas is outside. 1 ball, no strikes. The designated player, Angie Chavarria, is on deck. Micknick came into the game to pitch, and she's now the flex player. The 1-0 pitch is on the outside corner. It's called a strike. It's 1-1. Here's the 1-1. On the ground, right back to Hawani. She'll throw to first in time to retire the side. The Jags go in order, and we'll go to the 4th inning. It's 4-0 San Mateo.
Fourth inning here in San Jose. 9-1-2 with Emma Kinder starting it off, and Look, our mics are out, our audio is out. It's not like we can just put the broadcast on and so people can, so people in the stadium can hear who's up to hit, but that wouldn't even work.
So Tasia Warren, the center fielder, will lead it off. It'll be Warren, Kinder, and Williams. First pitch, she squares around to bunt, pulls it back, and takes a ball in the dirt, 1-0. Tasia Warren pops one foul back towards us. It's going to be knocked down by the screen. It's 1-1. Avery Mitnick, the only defensive change for San Jose. Everything remains the same. Davis, Ulu, and Skipper, the outfielders. Venegas, Smith, Vi, and Ma'ai Ulu are the infielders. Deja is the catcher. And Avery with a 1-1 pitch. It's in the dirt. 2 balls, 1 strike. So for reference, last inning we were questioning whether or not the Jags batted out of order. The home plate umpire was able to clear that up for us. He said that it was called a strikeout. So the 1-2 pitch, or 2-2 pitch to Shaman Davis was actually a called strike 3. And Jaden Vi technically was not thrown out trying to steal. The inning was already over. The 2-1 pitch to Tasia Warren was called a ball. It's 3-1. Three balls, 1 strike, the pitch. It is a called strike on the outside corner, and it's full, 3-2. The 3-2 is swung on and missed at a pitch across the letters. Throw down to first. Not sure if Jimenez fumbled it a little bit. But the strikeout is complete for out number 1. We need a megaphone or a bullhorn or something. Kinder stands in, batting from the right side. Base is empty and 1 out. First pitch drops in there for a called strike. And it's 0-1. Kinder is 1 for 2. She grounded out to Carissa Smith to start the game and then hit a single in the second inning. Check swing, called a strike on the outside corner. And it's 0-2. Here's the 0-2. And it's down low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Two-strike pitch, it just misses. And it's 2-2. Third inning and already the third at bat for Emma Kinder. On the ground towards the middle, Smith has it, throw to first, is late. Kinder beat it out. Her second single of the day. And that brings up Ari Williams.
The left fielder, Ariana Williams.
So people at home are the only ones that have any idea who is up to hit. Nobody in the stadium. I mean,
Nobody in the
stadium knows.
There's a couple of fans right in front of the computer. Other than that, I don't think nobody heard that. Both dugouts know who's batting. First pitch is a called strike, pitch right down the middle. It's 0-1.
Okay, so just for reference, we have music playing in the stadium right now. You just can't hear it because for unknown reasons.
Oh, something's going on with the system. We got to get D to fix it. The 0-1 is up high. 1 ball, 1 strike on Ari Williams. Williams is 0 for 2. A couple of ground outs. And both of them were pulled to the right side. 1-1 is a bunt, picked up by Deja. Throw to first is not in time. Ari Williams puts the bunt down in a good spot and beats out the throw. So now first and second with one out. And the 3, 4, 5 hitters are up, beginning with the second baseman, Vanessa Lang.
So if she had let that one go, or rephrase, would it have been worth letting that one go?
I'd have to see a replay to see if that ball had enough momentum to roll foul. It looked like it would have rolled foul, but yeah, we'll never know now. First pitch is down low for a ball, 1-0. One and 0 on Vanessa Lang. First and second, one out. She squares around the bunt, pulls it back, and takes a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Best case scenario here is a double play. You got Megan Barstad on deck. She's had a loud day already. Here's the 1-1 to Lang. It's a bunt. It's a good one. Ulu picks it up. Will throw to first. And the sacrifice is effective. The runners advance second and third with 2 outs. And the batter is Megan Barstad. So Barstad stands in. Second and third, 2 outs. Barstad's 1 for 1. She was hit by a pitch to lead off the second inning. Here's a ground ball foul. In her first plate appearance, the ball hit her, and in her second plate appearance, she hit the ball. And then it stayed hit for a while. And when it came down, it was over that left field fence right by the 1997 Coast Conference champion sign, out of the reach of Shaman Davis. 0-1. He's off the outside, close, but no cigar. It's 1-1. Barstad batting from the right side, trying to open this game up. There's one, same spot. It was just off the outside. Called a ball. It's 2-1. Here's the 2-1. Swung on and flipped out towards right field down the line and out of play as it lands foul away from Ashley Skipper. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. And a 4-0 Bulldogs lead here in the top of the 4th. 2-2 pitches off the outside. 3-2, count runs full. You do have an open base if you'd like to avoid Barstad, but bases loaded for Ava Mendoza is not exactly a cakewalk. Here's the payoff. Lined into left field, base hit. Davis comes up with it. No, she bobbled it. 2 runs are going to score. Barstad, a 2-run single, and it's 6-0 Bulldogs. Have a day, Megan Barstad. It was a 2-run single from Michelle Hara, a 2-run home run, and now another 2-run single from Megan Barstad. A 4 RBI day for her. And now Ava Mendoza will hit with a crooked number on that scoreboard. First pitch is a called strike, poured in there by Mitnick. strikeout, single, single, sack bunt, single. 0-1 is up high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's a swing and a pop-up on the infield. Jaden Vise got it. She squeezes it for the final out. The Jags do give up 2 more on a 2-run single by Megan Barstad. They come up to bat in the bottom of the 4th inning with lots of work to do. It's 6-0.
Bottom 4 here in San Jose. 3, 4, and 5 with Angie Chavarria starting it off. And we just gonna pretend like we hear something.
First pitch to Angie is a called strike. Hawani's got some serious gas. It's 0-1. 3, 4, and 5 hitters due up for San Jose. They trail by 6. Check swing, no swing, and called a ball. 1-1. Here's the 1-1 to Angie Chavarria. It is framed beautifully by the catcher, Barstad, and strike 2 called.
These things don't like me.
Not at all, man. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here it comes. Swing and a foul back, emergency swing, and fouled it back. Good job by Angie to stay alive.
God damn, do you have trouble with hearing or something? Things loud right when we switched.
I asked earlier about it, and you were like, "Oh, it just must be coming out of here or coming out of there." And I'm like, "I don't know. I don't know how to adjust it without making the mic go off." Ground ball right back to the pitcher, Hawani. She fields it and throws out Angie for out number 1.
Context is important.
1 gone, and that'll bring up Mai Ulu. This is probably the most offensive part of the technical difficulties with the in-house monitor. We can't hear Mai's walk-up song. Here's a swing and a miss. She's behind that one. It's 0-1. So Mai's hitting now with Alecki on deck. Bases empty and 1 out. No balls, 1 strike. Here it comes. That one's off the outside, and it's 1-1. Wind's starting to rip a little bit towards that left field corner. It's got the flag moving. Here's a swing and a miss. She was behind that fastball. It's 1-2. 1-2 pitch on the way. Oof. I'm not entirely sure where that missed, but it's called a ball. The pitch swung on and missed, strike 3. Ulu down swinging for the second time today. So 2 outs, and that'll bring up Alecki. First pitch to Alecki Ulu is down low for a ball. Hara moving back in right field. Alecki Ulu, the only player on the Jags with a home run. Check swing, called a strike. It's 1-1. Long time in between pitches. Here's the 1-1. That one's right down Broadway. 1-2. Jags have taken a lot of fat pitches, and Helwani's not giving a whole lot of those type of pitches during an at-bat. You'll get maybe one. So we'll see what happens on 1-2. The pitch. On the ground towards the middle. Lang's got it, scoops it up, and throws Alecki Ulu out at first. And that'll retire the side. So the 3, 4, 5 hitters go harmlessly in order with a couple of ground balls and a strikeout. We go to the 5th inning. Jags trail by 6.
Top of the 5th. Here in San Jose, it is the 6, 7, and 8 with Gumatauto, Count, and Hara. And a switch for the Jags. As Angie Chavarria will come into play first, so Ma'ai Ulu, at least for the moment, is out of the game.
The home plate umpire did mention that she now becomes the OP, which means that she's still in the batting order, but she is no longer playing first base. So Luda Gumatautau stands in. Mitnick is ready, and away we go with the top of the 5th. First pitch is down low for a ball, 1-0. Here's one pulled foul down the left field line, and it's 1-1. Gumatautou has singled twice. One was a line drive into right field back in the 2nd inning. That was part of that 2-run rally. She scored on the single by Hara. Here's the 1-1. Here's a bullet foul, hit even harder down that left field line. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Here's the 1-2. Hit to right, foul off the line, out of play. So Gumatau house is empty and nobody out. The pitch. Swung on and popped up, third base side. Malia Venegas gives chase. Is it playable? Yes, and she makes the catch, banging into the wall on the facing of the Jags dugout. That's out number 1. Nice play, Malia Venegas. And that brings up Isabella Cown. First time they've been able to retire Gumatau today. So Cown will hit. She's 0 for 2 with a ground ball and a fly ball to deep left. And here she hits one on the ground foul. And it's 0-1. The fly ball to left was like a jump scare because Cown hit it really, really high and so deep out there that Shaman Davis had to run all the way back to the warning track before she circled around it and made the catch. Here's a ground ball to Malia Venegas. Fair ball, throw to first, scooped out by Angie Chavaria for out number 2. Malia Venegas, 2 nice plays and 2 quick outs. Count is 0 for 3. And that'll bring up Michelle Hara. And Michelle Hara, 1 for 2, a 2-run single back in the 2nd inning that got the Bulldogs on the board. Here she hits one foul off the first base line out of play. It's 0-1. She had the 2-run single. Warren was hit by a pitch after her, and then Kinder singled, and they had the bases loaded when Williams grounded out.
In that inning, it was a dangerous inning, and the Jags escaped it with limited damage, but they haven't been able to keep them off the scoreboard since. 2 runs in each of the next 2 innings as that pitch misses up and away for a ball. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. One ball and 1 strike, the pitch. Lined. Caught! Oh, Jaden Vi couldn't squeeze it. Picked it up and doesn't have a play. She did squeeze it out of the air and brought it back down, but she couldn't hold on to it to secure the out. A tough play. Might have mistimed her jump just a hair, but it'll end up being an infield single for Hara. They won't give Vi an error for that. If she doesn't catch that, that's going to land in front of Skipper for a hit anyway. So now Tasia Warren, who is 0 for 1. First pitch is a ball off the inside, and it's 1-0. Warren in the game has been hit by a pitch and just struck out swinging to lead off the 4th inning. Here's a shot to center, hit deep. Alecki back and on the warning track. With her heels on the track, she makes the catch. Warren gave it a ride, but it is out number 3. We go to the bottom of the 5th. The Jags trail by 6 here in San Jose. Back. So they trail by 6, so they got to get to work here. First pitch is a shot foul off that first base line, hits the screen above the visitors' dugout. It's 0-1. Jags are late on a lot of these pitches from Hawani, which forces them to gear up to release the bat head into the zone sooner. And that's when she drops that changeup in there. Here's a pop-up on the right side. Lang calls it and squeezes it for out number 1. So Jaden Vi with a pop-up. 1 gone. And now Ashley Skipper will hit. Jags got to inject some life into this game. First pitch to Skipper had her off balance, but it was just a bit outside, it was off that little gap between the edge of the plate and the left-handed hitter's batter's box. 1 ball, no strikes. Line drive center field. After it is Warren, and she runs it down in the gap for out number 2. Good swing from Skipper. And one of her hardest hit balls of the season right there. It was just top spun and hung up long enough for Warren. 2 outs, and the batter is Shaman Davis. The outfielders come creeping in, and they swing over towards the left side. Infielders come creeping in. First pitch to Davis. There's a bunt, foul. If that was fair, it would have been very playable for Cowan as she came flying down that line. On paper, San Mateo may not have the dominant numbers that you've seen from them in the past with players like Logan Benetti and Sarah Giles and Mandy Wheatenhagen, but they still have a very, very talented and balanced roster and lineup. Not as many reserves as they've had in past seasons, but still very dominant in today's game. One ball, one strike. Davis waits. Here comes Hawani. There's a called strike, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. A groan from the Jaguar side of the crowd. One ball, 2 strikes. Here comes. Slashed foul and out of play off the third base line over the Jaguar dugout. And Steve, you mentioned this in the last at bat from Davis. If she can punch one through any of those outfield gaps, she can run forever. 1-2. Outside corner, strike 3 called. Davis goes down looking, her second strikeout of the day. And that'll retire the side. The Jags go quietly in order. A pop-up, a line drive that was caught by the center fielder Warren, and a strikeout looking for Shaman Davis, her second of the game. We go to the 6th inning, the late innings, and the Bulldogs lead it 6-0. Back to the top of the order. Top of the 6th inning here in San Jose, and it's the top of the order for the Bulldogs. It's Emma Kinder, the shortstop. Kinder, Williams, and Lang the 0-1 pitch. That one drops just below the strike zone. It is 1-1. Mitnick's pitch to Lang is pulled foul right into the Jaguars dugout. Wow, it's an ugly finder right there. And a deafening silence. Yeah, man, that's sketch.
Flashbacks. 2018.
That's sketch, man. Hope everybody's all right. There's a deafening silence came out of the Jaguar dugout.
You know the story. You can tell it.
I be done forgot. I'm going to just let them think I forgot. 1-2. Ground ball foul.
Steph trying to take me out in my first game.
Steph Troja, and the thing about it is, like, if that was virtually any other hitter, you have a chance to survive. But Steph hits the ball harder than like anybody on that team besides maybe Matty Gallagher.
I barely survived.
Man. Bounced in front of the plate. Mitnick's got it. Throw to first in time to get Lang. Nice play by Avery Mitnick. And the Jags make the top of the order go away. 1, 2, 3. Running out of outs. They got 6 outs to get 6 runs. It's 6-0, San Mateo.
Here in LadyJag's field.
Number 2, Carissa Smith, the shortstop. Number 2 takes a strike. It's 0-1. Smith, and in the top of the order, Jimenez and Venegas due up. And the Jags have got to get some base runners and start getting some runs across to give themselves a chance in the late innings. Here's a swing and a miss. Hawani is really blowing it by these Jags hitters. It's a quick 0-2 on Carissa Smith. Here's the 0-2 on the way. Swung on it, missed strike 3. I mean, she really just country hardballed Carissa Smith. Strikeout number 5 for Siona Hawani. So Deja Jimenez will hit. Deja's 1 for 2. She hit the ball hard twice. One of them was a single to left, and the other one was a sharp ground McKinder. First pitch to her is in the dirt for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. When you have as much velocity as Hawani has, it makes any off-speed, whether it has movement or not, just significantly more difficult. Gearing up for a pitch that's coming in hot and getting one that comes in cold. High. This is a big league pop-up, and it finally comes down into the glove of Emma Kinder for out number 2. So a strikeout and a pop-up, 2 down, and it'll be Malia Venegas. Jags have really struggled to create base runners. They haven't had a base runner since the 2nd inning. Jaden Vi drew a walk. They haven't had a hit since the 2nd batter of the game. Malia Venegas hit a single, and it was a bunt single. Drive right through the third baseman. Cowan off her glove and into left field, base hit. loud one. Played the infield in, and Malia punched the ball right through that. And now Angie Chavarria with a runner at first. And 2 outs. First pitch is a comebacker. Alwani's got it, throws to first, side retired. So the Jags, for what would be the 6th inning in a row, come away empty. And they are scoreless as we go to the final frame. It's the Bulldogs 6 and the Jaguars 0. So the top of the 7th is led off by Megan Barstad, who is having one heck of a day at the plate, 2 for 2. First pitch to her is off the inside, 1 ball and no strikes. Barstad was hit by a pitch in the 2nd inning, and since then has homered and singled. Both of those hits drove in 2 runs. She's got 4 RBIs of the 6 runs scored for the Bulldogs. Here's the 1-0 pitch, swung on and lifted high and foul out of play off the right field line. So 1 ball, 1 strike on Barstad. It's Barstad, Mendoza, and Gumatau due up in the 7th. Mitnick has retired 7 of the last 8 Bulldogs. And here's a ball into left field, hit pretty well. Davis back, and on the warning track, she'll put it away. And for the 2nd time, Barstad gave it a good ride. This one had a shot, but Davis tracks it down for out number 1. So 1 gone, and it'll be the designated player. Check that. We have a pinch hitter coming up. Mendoza was due up. She's 0 for 2 with a sac bunt, a ground ball, and a pop-up. And as a result, Coach Borg is going to have a pinch hitter come in, and it's CC Kim. So CC Kim hits in the 5 spot for Ava Mendoza. Mitnick ready to go. Home plate umpire was trying to get the switch on his lineup card. He's ready. And now Mitnick ready, and the first pitch is in there for a called strike on the outside corner. So 0-1 to CC Kim. Base is empty and 1 out with Gumatau on deck. The pitch is in the dirt, 1 ball, 1 strike. One and 1, the pitch is a bullet foul. Coach Borg getting out of the way of that one. She wanted no parts of that one. It is 1 ball and 2 strikes. To Avery Mitnick's credit, she has done a fantastic job keeping these hitters off balance. The 2 runs she gave up, it was a sharp 2-run single by Megan Barstad. You give credit where it's due, as this pitch is off the outside, 2-2. But the two singles that preceded that neither of them were hit very hard. As a matter of fact, one of them was a bunt. And a sac bunt by Vanessa Lang is what set the table for Barstad's single. 2-2. Into center, hit well. Aleki Ulu after it, and she makes the catch. A nice running play in the alley for out number 3. Check that, that's out number 2. Ava Mendoza was pinch hit for by CC Kim. So 2 outs on the F8, and that'll bring up Guma Tau Tau. The last 2 balls that were hit to the outfield are probably the 2 best hit balls against Avery Mitnick for the entire game. But the single by Barstad and the single by Hara are the only 2 hits that have left the infield. Here's a swing on a high fly ball into shallow left center. Davis will call it and squeeze it running in towards the infield, and that'll retire the side. So we've seen all of the at-bats from the Bulldogs. The Jags have a 7-run response in the bottom of the 7th. We'll have to wait and see. Bottom of the 7th. Jags got work to do, and they start with Ma'ai Ulu, the cleanup hitter. So Hawani is going to go after these Jags hitters with a 6-run cushion in the final frame. First pitch is a curveball. It misses down low for a ball. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Ulu has had a rough day at the plate. She's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. And she's not the only Jags hitter in the lineup that has that on her line score. Here's the 1-0. Poured in there for a strike. Awful lot of velocity from Siona Hawani. It's 1-1. You can talk all day about who the player of the game is. Megan Barstad's had a good day. Michelle Hara's had a good day. Emma Kinder's had a good day as this pitch misses. 2 balls, 1 strike. Player of the game is far and away Siona Hawani. Jags have 3 hits. This is one of the top teams in the entire state. They've got 3 hits. They're all singles, and one of them was a bunt. This one's down low for a ball. It's 3-1. Jags have more strikeouts than they do base hits in this game. As a matter of fact, they have more strikeouts than they do base runners. Siona Hawani, far and away, player of the game. 3-1 pitch is poured in there, strike 2. No defensive changes for San Mateo. They've kept their pitching and their defense the exact same all throughout the game, and it's worked well. The only defensive backfire was the single by Malia Venegas in the 6th. If Cown's playing back, she probably catches that ball. Here's the payoff pitch. On the ground to second. Lang's got it, up with it, and throws to first in time to get Ma'ai, and that's out number 1 here in the 7th. And with the bases empty and 1 out, the batter will be Aleki Ulu. Ulu, and Vi due up. This is an all-state caliber pitcher and an all-state caliber team. And the first pitch is low and away. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the 1-0 on the way. On the ground to second. Lang's got this one. Same play, same result, 2 outs. So each Ulu grounds out to Lang. And for the day, Aleki Ulu goes 0 for 3 with 3 ground outs to Vanessa Lang at second base. That's just, it's a tough day for the Jags hitters, but you got to tip your cap to Siona Hawani and the San Mateo defense and Coach Borg. So 2 outs, and it's Jaden Vi, the last out. And Jaden Vi going to try to stretch this game out and pass the bat around. First pitch misses off the inside. That grunt was from a fan, not the umpire. It's 1 ball, no strikes. One ball, no strikes on Jaden Vi. She's 0 for 1 with a pop out to Lang. Here she takes one that's a little low, and it's 2 balls, no strikes. How about a 7-run, 2-out rally to walk this game off for win number 900? The 2-0 pitch is poured in there, 61 miles an hour, strike 1. Two-1 pitch on the way. That one is down and in. 3 balls, 1 strike. Vi has walked earlier in the game. She walked as the second batter of the second inning. 3-1 pitch. Here it comes. It's hit high and foul down the right field line. Hara gives chase, but she couldn't quite squeeze it as it hits the screen down the right field line, and the count goes full. So the Jags are down to their last strike. An overall dominant performance from Hawani. Can she cap it off? Here's the payoff pitch to Vi. And it's up high, ball 4. So Jaden Vi's second walk of the game. And she passes the bat to Ashley Skipper. And all you got to do in the bottom of the last inning in a game like this is just pass the bat. Just pass the bat to the next person. You can get the next batter up, you still have a shot. The pitch is an off-speed pitch, beautifully placed in there for strike 1. That was on that outer third. And when your momentum is geared up for 60 plus and then you get something in the 40s, it is just brutal. 0-1. This one comes in at 63, and it's called a ball off the outside. It's 1-1. 63 miles an hour on a pitch that close. Baseball equivalent is like mid to upper 80s, touching the 90s. A swing and a miss at a pitch at the letters. Skipper went after it. You get 1 yucca do-hack. That was the one. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now you got to shorten up. 2 strikes. Got to protect. Here's the 1-2. There's a swing on a ball cued right in front of the pitcher. Throw to first is in time to get Ashley Skipper. And the side is retired and the ball game is over. So the Bulldogs come into San Jose and absolutely dominate the Jaguars from start to finish on both sides of the ball. They do it behind a solid performance from Emma Kinder with a couple of hits. A really, really good performance from Megan Barstad. She had 4 RBIs. She was 2 for 3 with a 2-run home run, a 2-run single, and she was also hit by a pitch. A good day for Luda Gumatau with a couple of singles. Michelle Hara had a couple of singles and 2 RBIs. And, of course, Siona Hawani, a complete game shutout, 3 hits allowed for the Jags and 5 strikeouts. What a dominant performance from the Bulldogs, and Coach Borg brings her team into San Jose and keeps the win count at 899 for Coach Rooney. So that'll do it for this game here today. The next game that we will be broadcasting will be Saturday at 1 p.m. It'll be right here at LadyJag's Field as the Jaguars take on the Golden Eagles of Feather River College, as we'll see another rematch from the team that came here in the postseason in 2019. And the Jags did away with them then, and hopefully they'll do the same on Saturday. 1 o'clock p.m. We'll have that for you, first pitch, right here on the Jaguars YouTube page, San Jose City Softball. For Steve Sciplin and all those who helped make this broadcast what it was, I'm Matt Faulcon. Thank you for joining us here today in San Jose, California. The final score, the visiting Bulldogs win this one 6-0.